Hi guys, so today I have a very highly requested video. I'm going to be reviewing the house of INITIO Parfums. It's actually INITIO Parfums Privé, but INITIO. We know it, we know how much I love this brand and this house. First of all, I want to make this clear, this video is not a sponsored video to INITIO. I just got requested so many times, messages, emails, DMs, comments of if I can review and do like a buying guide, the best of INITIO. I would easily say that INITIO is in like my top 3, maybe top 3 to top 5 best niche houses in my opinion. Like this is one of my favorite niche brands and houses, so I was very excited that you guys were as interested in me doing this video as much as I wanted to do it personally. So I have a few fragrances from INITIO. Actually, I have a lot. If I don't have an INITIO in this video today, it's because it's not my favorite, I didn't really feel like buying it, or it's just not me. So I have quite a few here and I'm going to rate them, rank them, and tell you guys if I think it's better for men, for women, for a date, for summer, spring, whatever. So let's just get into the video. If you don't know this, INITIO, they have like 3 different lines. I think they have the carnal blends, which are in the purple bottle. They have the magnetic, and they have the I think absolutes, that's right. They have the absolutes, which are in the red and black bottle. They have the carnal blends in the purple bottle, and they have the magnetic in the like black with gold. Mystic Experience. This is actually one that is more recent to my collection. I didn't really pay much attention to it until I smelled it like recently in the past few weeks, and I was like, okay, I actually really love this scent. Now, this is fantastic, super spicy. It has some amber, it has some coffee, it's slightly animalic, which I really love. It has some sandalwood. I would say that this one leans a little more masculine in my personal opinion, but it is nice. I don't know why, but I didn't pay much attention to this fragrance, but whenever I smell it now, I'm like, whoa, this is really good. Now, I would say that this one, like I said, leans a little more masculine, and it's definitely for the person who likes a more spicy, dry, and oriental scent. Because for me, it's very dry. It has that kind of dry, bitter coffee note, along with the amber, some vetiver, I think, some sandalwood. So it's like a woody, spicy, smoky, slightly animalic scent, but I really love it. And for me personally, I like to mix this fragrance. I'm not really sure why, it's not really supposed to be mixed, but I personally like to mix it, especially with other INITIOs. So Mystic Experience for me is one that's more underrated from the house, and it's one of my loves. Like I told you guys in this video, I only have the INITIOs that I love and are my favorites. So Mystic Experience, definitely a great one, and I think I would rate it. It's hard because I have so many that I love from the brand, so I'm gonna have to be a little more tough. I think I would rate it an 8. Like it is a really good scent, but I think I would rate it an 8. So next up is one from the Magnetic Blends. Now this, I believe, is the only magnetic blend that I own. There is a really nice musk one. It's a very clean and soft and very soapy kind of musk. It's really beautiful though. Like it's a perfectly done musk fragrance. But then there's another one from the Magnetic Blends, which I have downstairs, but I didn't want to talk about it because I don't like it. It's a very animalic, ambergris, very fecal smelling scent. But this is my favorite from the Magnetic Blends, and it is Magnetic Blend number 8. Now, this fragrance to me, let me just go ahead and spray it on the card. So, okay, guys. This is spice. Like this is a super spicy, almost like aromatic green. It almost has like a little bit of like this metallic note to it. It's a really nice layering scent. For instance, these two layer like beautifully together. I would say I much prefer this than I do this Magnetic Blend. But like I said, the Magnetic Blends, their purpose is more to layer with some other fragrances from INITIO. It's a really good scent. I would say it's much more masculine leaning, and it's more for the person that enjoys, again, the same as the previous fragrance, something very oriental and spicy, and it's very spicy, guys. Like that's all I'm gonna say. It's super spicy. But I actually really do like this fragrance. It almost has like a herbaceous quality as well to it. If you want to bump up the spice a lot with the fragrance that you're wearing, this one is fantastic. So INITIO Magnetic Blend number 8, Really good scent. I would rate it maybe like a 7.5 because for me, like I said, I have more favorites, but this one is really good. I also love the musk, like I said, and the other magnetic blend I don't like. Okay, so next up we have another one from the Absolutes, and this one is called Addictive Vibration. Oh guys, it's so good. Oh wow. Okay, I'm gonna be honest right now. This fragrance has a very similar vibe to Alien from Mugler. When you first spray it, like the first spritz, you get like this grape vibe straight away, like grapes. And then it starts to dry down. It becomes a little more warm, white floral, maybe some jasmine, some animalic little indolic touch like in Alien. There's some honey in here as well. Guys, I think that this one is much more feminine leaning. And I will say, if you like Alien from Mugler, but you wanted to try a more high-end, refined version of Alien, this is it right here. I'm not saying that they smell exactly the same, but there's a very similar vibe to them. Personally, I adore this fragrance. I have had so many compliments with it. I wear it more when I want to smell feminine, but super sexy. Kind of like Rouge Malachite. Like I always wear that fragrance when I want to smell feminine, but sexy. Same with this fragrance right here. Addictive Vibration. Really, really amazing scent. Like I said, it gives you off that Alien vibe, but a more refined, high quality version for sure. And overall, I would probably rate this one an 8. Next up, we have kind of where my Initio journey started. I remember trying this fragrance for the first time last year. I believe it was around June last year. This was my first introduction to Initio, and when I smelled it, I was literally like I couldn't believe that I didn't know about this brand already. This is Rehab. Now, Rehab. Let's see. Like I said, this is where my love for Initio started. Still to this day, I smell this and I just, for me, it's just, wow. Rehab to me, it really embodies what niche means. You can claim that this isn't unique, you can say whatever you want. For me, this is a super unique fragrance, so refined. Something about Initio that I just adore is how well blended the fragrances are. They smell like they have all been blended to perfection. There is not one note that sticks out. I actually was talking with somebody the other day in the industry, and they said the thing that separates a fantastic perfumer from a good perfumer is how they round the fragrance. And by rounding the fragrance, I mean it's very hard to blend a fragrance where it smells like one thing. Like it's very hard to make a fragrance that just smells like it's unison with each other. All the notes are unison, it's blended, and it's complete. It's very easy to create a fragrance that has an overpowering coffee note or an overpowering this note or an overpowering that note, but it's really hard to make a fragrance that just cocoons each other. And Initio, for me, this is what the house embodies. Well blended, perfection, and very refined, beautiful fragrances that have this really sexy and mysterious and sexual twist to them. So Rehab, to me, if you don't know, it's this beautiful, like soft, calming, sandalwood, slightly aromatic from some lavender. It has a touch of vanilla in there. It is like slightly fresh, but at the same time, it has something so unique about it. It's very musky as well. It's like this very clean, musky, smooth, sandalwood, creamy scent that I just find super addictive and very, very, very like sensual. This is really a sensual fragrance. For me, perfect for men and women. It's not masculine, it's not feminine, it's very unisex. So definitely check this one out. I would rate this fragrance maybe an 8.5 out of 10, just because I have some like ultimate favorites that I need to talk about. So Rehab for me, 8.5 out of 10. Okay, so next up we have one from the Carnal Blends collection, which is the purple bottle, like I was saying. And this fragrance is called Psychedelic Love. Now, let's see. I just adore this fragrance. I cannot say it enough. I adore this scent. It smells like almond butter. It smells like almond butter. If you know how that smells, that beautiful, creamy, smooth, soft, slightly nutty, a little bit of like this powdery floral scent. It is just gorgeous. If you like fragrances like Hypnotic Poison from Christian Dior, the Eau de Toilette, you're gonna love this scent. Not because they smell the same, but it has this gorgeous almond note in there. It has some heliotrope, some vanilla. super creamy and smooth and very sensual, and it is just gorgeous. I cannot say enough about this scent. For me, this is really cocooning. This is what you want to wear in the fall, maybe even the winter, but it's kind of that perfect transition scent because it still has the nice floral notes, but it transitions you into like the fall time. Makes you feel like you're wearing like a little sweater. It's just gorgeous. You have to like your almond and your slightly more powdery fragrances. It also has like a nutty facet to it, which I really love. And it's just a fantastic scent. I would again maybe rate this one an 8.5, same as the Rehab, because it is one of my favorites, but it's not like my ultimate. But 8.5 for sure. I would say that this one leans a little more feminine, but it's very unisex at the end of the day. All of the INITIO Parfums fragrances are unisex. All fragrance in general is unisex, but sometimes when you smell something, I don't know, I guess it's the way that we've been conditioned in this society that you smell something, you look at something, you wear something, and you kind of think if it leans more feminine, masculine. For me, this one, touch more feminine, but it's very unisex at the end of the day. So Psychedelic Love, I just adore it. Oh, guys, I adore it. Okay, another one from the Carnal Blends, we have Atomie Rose. Now, you guys have heard me talk about this one a lot. Wow. You know, the first time that I smelled this fragrance, I was in Cannes last year at the Tax Free. I smelled it and I was like, whoa, this is crazy. It has a similarity to Delina from Parfum de Mali, but not really. Like, for me, Atomie Rose is the darker, sexier, more mysterious. She's Atomie Rose, you know, she's Atomie Rose. This is a beautiful red rose, super sexy, a little bit peppery, like there's some pink pepper in here. And then it dries down and it becomes a little more sweet. The rose is still really much, like it's really there. The rose is there, but it's a very sexy rose. I cannot tell you guys how many compliments I've had with Atomie Rose. Like, I'm not joking. The compliments on this fragrance are insane, like absolutely off the charts insane. This is one of Pierre's favorite fragrances on me. If you didn't know, he adores this fragrance on my skin. And I know why. It becomes a little more, it's a very sexy rose scent. For me, it's sexy rose. That's what it is. I just love it. I would say that this one is a little more feminine than masculine, as I am explaining right now, but it could be worn by anyone. Wear whatever you want, smell however you want. For me, Atomie Rose is a little more feminine than masculine because it is a very rose-based scent. Just gorgeous, really sexy, spicy, a little bit sweet, incredible scent. Rating. I would rate Atomie Rose as a 9. Yeah, I would rate it as a 9. Okay, so next up we have another one from the Absolutes, and this fragrance is called Blessed Baraka. Now, for me, whenever I smell this, let me just get a new tester strip. Let's see. Okay. Ooh la 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 la. Ooh la la. I love this fragrance so much. Okay, guys. Whenever I smell this now, it reminds me of New York City. I wore this all my time in New York last year, so I spent like 5 days there for Scent Explore, and I was wearing Blessed Baraka every day. If you like your more oriental, spicy, ambery type of fragrances, you're going to love this one. Now, oh guys, every time I smell it, it just reminds me of New York because I was wearing it like every single day at this point because it was one of my favorites, along with Oud For Greatness, which also is a very nice combination if you wanted to mix the two. Oud For Greatness and Blessed Baraka, I love it. Anyways, this fragrance is a very, like I said, dry, spicy, but it has the sweetness. So it's definitely different to the Mystic experience. They're definitely super different. This one has coffee. It's much more dry and woody, not really much sweetness in there. Whereas the Blessed Baraka, for me, I do prefer it because it has that little addictive sweetness to it. Super sexy, super dark and mysterious. I would say that this is like a Halloween fragrance. Like, you could really wear it for Halloween and get away with it. I just love it. For me, it's perfectly unisex. I would say a touch more masculine, but so good. Addictive. It has a touch of sweetness. It has the dry spiciness, some woodiness underneath. Very sexy, a little boozy even. It's just incredible. I love it. Blessed Baraka, I would give a 9. as well. I would definitely give it a 9. So next up, we have one of my favorites, which is Side Effect, again from the Carnal Blends collection. Now, I'm sure that you guys have heard a lot about Side Effect because I think it's a lot of people's favorite from INITIO, and I know exactly why. It is sex in a bottle. It is really, oh my god, guys, like I cannot tell you how good this fragrance is. It's boozy. It has that like cherry pipe tobacco type of scent. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about when I say cherry pipe tobacco. It's slightly dry and woody. It has that like boozy, I don't know if you can describe a fragrance as chewy, like chewy, but it has this chewy tobacco type of scent, not like a burning tobacco, not a smoky tobacco. It's like this fresh cherry tobacco that I just love. Very, very, very sexy, a little bit spicy in the top as well, from some pink pepper. Guys, Side Effect, easily one of the best from the house, hands down. I would say 100% unisex, like 100% unisex. If you like your boozy, spicy, a little bit sweet, sexy, playful scents, you're going to love this one. 100% unisex, and guys, this fragrance is a 10 out of 10 for me. Side Effect is a 10 out of 10, and I just adore it, especially for the fall and winter. It is so sexy, and date night, it is so sexy. So Side Effect from INITIO, definitely a 10 out of 10 and one of my favorites. This fragrance right here from the Absolutes, and it is Absolute Aphrodisiac. Oh, this fragrance is easily one of the best vanilla fragrances on the market, and I am not sponsored to say this. I don't care. I love INITIO, that's it. But this fragrance right now, Absolute Aphrodisiac, to me is one of the best vanillas on the market, and the reason is because this is not a sickly sweet vanilla. This is not a girly playful pink sugar vanilla. This is refined, super complex, really dark and mysterious. It has a smokiness to it. It has like this, I can't even explain it, but it has like this chocolatey touch to the fragrance. If you like fragrances like Vanille Fatale from Tom Ford, you're going to love this fragrance right here. It is just such a complex vanilla, and that's all I can say. It's woody, it's creamy, it has like this like little chocolatey facet, like I said. It's just incredible, and guys, I cannot tell you enough. It is one of the best vanillas that I've ever tried because of how complex it is and the fact that it's not a sickly sweet vanilla. It is so complex, so well-rounded, just incredible, and 100% unisex. 100% unisex. So I love it. Easily a 10 out of 10 from the house. Absolute Aphrodisiac, 10 out of freaking 10. And lastly, we have the star of the house. We have Oud For Greatness. Now, I've been talking about Oud For Greatness for over a year now. I got it when I went to Cannes, and ever since I got back from Cannes, I've been talking about it. It is hands down one of the best easy, likable oud fragrances on the market. I know so many people that have tried to copy this fragrance, tried to replicate it, but it cannot be replicated. Oud For Greatness is so special, so unique, and it is a masterpiece. It is one of the best fragrances I've tried in a very, very, very long time, and it still is to this day. Oud For Greatness is a masterpiece. It is a dry, smoky oud, very dry. It has a spice to it from some saffron. It has a nutmeg note which carries it as like this kind of nutty, spicy, dry, woody oud. It's very hard to explain how this smells. You just have to smell it. It is so well blended. Like I said, INITIO fragrances in general are so well blended, and you can smell the quality. You can smell that this fragrance is just a masterpiece. I'm pretty sure it was worked on for like over 3 years or something like that. I'm pretty sure it was worked on for a really long time, which you can smell. The projection and longevity on this one is insane, like absolutely insane. You can spray this one twice, that's enough, that's it, it's done. Twice is way too much. It is super long lasting, projects like a beast, masterpiece of a fragrance, and I just love it. It is a 10 out of 10 for me. Like if possible, it's 11 out of 10. I just cannot praise this fragrance enough. I cannot praise it enough. So 10 out of 10, definitely unisex, but you do have to like your more oriental oud smoky fragrances, because it is very oriental, if that makes sense. Oud For Greatness, 10 out of 10. I hope that you enjoyed my video and me going through my favorites from Initio. I'm sorry it was such a long video, but I was really excited to talk about the fragrances and share with you guys my thoughts. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Tell me down below, what is your favorite Initio fragrance? I'm very curious, because for me, my top 4 is Oud For Greatness, Absolute Aphrodisiac, Blessed Baraka, and Side Effect. I would say those are my like 4 favorites. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.